Hi, and welcome to Just Listen. Cuban pianists always had special place in jazz history. Their flamboyant style and easily recognizable playing earned them respect in jazz community. Roberto Fonseca is someone different from that, as he successfully combines more musical styles than just Cuban tradition. Traces of African and South American melodies combined with vocal parts that are not necessarily Cuban flavored. Still, more than any other Cuban musician today, Roberto Fonseca is often mentioned in the context of new Cuban music revival, continuing in the lines of Ibrahim Ferrer, Omara Portuondo, Ruben Gonzales, and many others. I had the pleasure of watching Roberto Fonseca live about 10 years ago, and it was a delight of melding different styles, but always keeping it mostly Cuban in style and rhythm. He is an excellent stage performer, so don't miss a chance to see him in concert if you can. Roberto Fonseca's approach to piano is open and bright, always starting with an easily memorable melody that he develops into full-bodied musical experience, such as the start of Le Que Me Hace Vivir track as well. Emphasized by Cuban percussion rhythms, Roberto Fonseca builds this tune from simple start to energetic piano extravaganza. Second track is Drume Negrita, with its haunting melody driven by Fonseca piano and Javier Zalba clarinet. It's a mid-tempo tune by Cuban composer Ernesto Granet. Both Fonseca and Zalba play with long, clean tones. They are accompanied by delicate percussion work by Ramses Rodriguez and Joel Jirezuelo, with a distinctive, very low drum thump throughout the whole performance. Mayra Andrade is a Cape Verdean singer who lives in Portugal. Here she sings in smoky voice on the next track on the album, Siete Potencias. She also wrote words to this composition by Roberto Fonseca. The sound is spacious and has atmosphere of an easy afternoon in the shade of trees. Roberto Fonseca has a beautiful solo on this track, emphasized by excellent percussion sounds. In the liner notes of this album, Akokan, Roberto Fonseca writes that next composition, Bulgarian, is inspired by Bulgaria, whose strong and emotional folklore is his inspiration. This original composition by Fonseca starts with lone clarinet coming in from distant background, very reminiscent to Charles Lloyd's style of saxophone playing. It really appealed to me in this way. Joyous folk melody that is main theme of Bulgarian leads to another fabulous piano solo by Fonseca. These compositions have so much flair and rhythm to them that it is all unmistakably Cuban even when the foundation is from a completely different part of the world, like in this track. Much better than trying to describe artists' thoughts and intentions is to listen to a musician like Roberto Fonseca talk in their own words about their art. So here's a small part of an interview he gave.
For the musician, it's really difficult. Sometimes the jazz musician can play the traditional Cuban music. That's one thing, that's really huge thing. And yeah, when I was so lucky to join the band with the greatest like Ibrahim Ferrer, Creche, Ruben Gonzales. And for me, I was learning all the time because I was really lucky to learn how they was playing the traditional Cuban music. So for me, I was trying to get all the information from them because that's so money can buy that.
Dedicated to his mother Mercedes, Cuando uno Creche is an emotional piece with obviously deep meaning to Fonseca, as here he plays some of the most memorable chords on the album. Second dedication in this Fonseca composition goes to Omara Portuondo for sacrifices she had to make during her singing career. I could go on track by track through whole 13 compositions on this album, but I think you got a pretty good overview by now. This is a very joyful and musically bright collection of first-rate Cuban music. Not so deeply in American jazz style, but more earthy, more authentic to Cuba. Heralded many times as a beacon of new Cuban music movement, Roberto Fonseca is a skillful pianist that prefers hummable melodies played with passion. He is surrounded by top-notch players in his band and easily combines vocal and instrumental elements in his compositions. And he is maturing as a composer as well. On Akokan, out of 13 tracks, only 2 are not from his pen. Roberto Fonseca has about 9 albums, if I'm correct. Please check out other albums as well, especially his last one, recorded in 2012, called Yesun. It's a marvelous piece of art. Thank you for watching.